Well, our next guest counts the King and Queen Consort among her closest friends. Australian author Kathy Lette has been rubbing shoulders with the royals since moving to the UK in 1988.
And she says, despite some negative public opinion, King Charles is ahead of the curve and his wife Camilla is a feminist. Kathy Lette joins us again. Kathy, good to see you again. You've been a friend of Camilla's for years. What's she going to be like as Queen Consort?
Well, I met her, long before she was married to Prince Charles, and she was actually public enemy number one at the time because of the whole Diana scandal. And when I first met her, I said to her, what's it like being in the myopic gaze of the media? And she immediately endeared herself to me by saying that so many American matriarchs were sending her their cosmetic surgeons' numbers because they couldn't believe how weathered her face was and that she needed help. And of course, that just made her laugh more than ever and give her more laughter lines, And if you read between the lines on her face, what you'll see there is warmth and wit and wisdom. I like her very, very much. She doesn't stand on ceremony. She's very honest. I mean, most upper-class English, you have to do open-heart surgery to know what goes on inside them. But she's incredibly candid. One day I said, oh, you're looking so good today. And she whispered, saying, oh, it's the Spanx. And then one day I saw her and she just got back from Brazil. And I was like, well, that's a long way to go for a wax. And she laughed. She's almost got that Australian egalitarian down-to-earth candor that we love so.
Oh.
And one day I went to Clarence's house for an event and I'd torn my knee cartilage and I was on a crutch, and as I walked in she said, well, oh my goodness, why are you on a crutch? And I thought it was too boring and mundane to say that I had a jogging injury, and I said, well, I fell off my toy boy. And there was this huge intake of breath. You can't talk to the future Queen of England like that. And of course she just threw her head back and cackled like a kookaburra. So I think she's going to be his secret weapon and keep him laughing, keep him sane, and make sure he doesn't suffer from an irony deficiency.
Yeah, that's terrific to hear.
Yeah, because she's been publicly vilified. A lot of people still don't really have any fondness for her because of the Diana days. Does she care about that, or has she sort of put that to one side and sort of just moved on?
Well, I think, every day she must feel like she's strapping on her bulletproof bra when she goes out into the world and faces the media. But I think the British have really had a change of mood about her. I think they can see how much he loves her and how much she supports him. I mean, every time he makes a speech, he talks about his dear wife and what a support she is. So I think there has been a shift in public opinion. And, he's also got a great sense of humour. I mean, if I've got time, I can tell you a quick story about him that shows how funny he is. When we were at Billy Connolly's castle in Scotland once, it sounds like I'm totally name-dropping, but Eric Idle was teasing Billy Connolly about having a castle. And Billy said, come the revolution, we'll all live in a castle like this, to which Prince Charles replied very quietly with a twinkle in his eye, I won't.
Oh, well, that's good to know that they're normal and Camilla's got a sense of humour. I'll tell you what, she has been magnificent during these last couple of days at his side, and a few really emotional days to come. Kathy, thank you so much for sharing the stories with us today.